Right before I pressed the record button and decided to film this video today, I was actually scrolling on my phone, lying on my bed, and I thought, why the hell this procrastination and all this scrolling is so hard to quit? And then, I see if I'm someone that is already making content, I am already doing the most important steps, and procrastination for me is really hard to quit, then maybe someone like you around the world is struggling even more. So in today's video, I will try to share with you my one unique reverse method that helped for me to practically solve procrastination in just 2 days. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly what you need to do. And before I do that, I want to share with you my story. So around 100 days, like 110 days ago, I decided that I need some change in my life. I was scrolling, I was watching a lot of YouTube, Instagram, going to school. I studied good, I did some sports, but I felt like I am not doing enough. And I decided that content is something that I should be doing. And I started doing content, I started filming videos, and to this day I have over 120 videos filmed. But I still find that procrastination somehow catches up to me, and if I'm not constantly aware of it or I'm not constantly checking myself, I find myself scrolling, doing something unnecessary, and I am in a constant search of how to solve this procrastination. And everything started when I set myself a challenge, and you can see that on my wall. It's already completed. So this challenge was for me to record a video every single day for the next 100 days. And with this challenge, I wanted to prove myself that I am capable of sticking to something and choosing something more fulfilling, something more purposeful than just scrolling on a phone. So this was my step number one, and it actually helped me to do a lot of great things, but it didn't particularly cure my procrastination because, well, it wasn't targeted at it. And with it, I gained enough skills, I started recording videos, and well, my procrastination fell a little bit down, but it was still there. I still find that even though that I am creating videos, I am constantly trying to improve myself, I find myself scrolling on a phone. And now I read a book, and by watching all these motivational videos and hearing all the quotes, I heard this one thing and I remembered this one thing that no matter what you do, never skip 2 days in a row because you will break your consistency. And I thought that yes, it's true. And when I was creating a video every single day, I used this method as well, and that consistency and not skipping a single day was really perfect. But now, in the previous week, I managed to quit my procrastination like that. And I sat there and I thought, why was it? Like, how I managed to quit procrastination in a short time of period when before that I couldn't even break it past 1 or 2 days. But then I remembered that if we have this method to never skip a day and never skip 2 times in a row to not break consistency, then we can reverse this method into don't do a bad habit for 2 days and you will get rid of it. And that was actually true. What we needed to do is I needed to not scroll on my phone for 2 days in a row. And that's really hard. But I think that scrolling nowadays is the number one reason why you and I can't focus in school. We can't sit for long and study. You are not consistent with all the other hobbies, with sports. And well, you cannot get up and do something better. And all that things that we see on social media, all the flashy lifestyles, make you even feel anxious because, well, you are actually not doing enough, but seeing all those people doesn't add up to it. So the first day is the hardest day, and the problem that I face is that I can put my phone aside, but then I walk around the house, I'm trying to do something, I'm wandering, and I don't know what to do. So, the first day is the hardest to survive. It's really boring, but I think on the first day, when you decide to quit procrastination, you need to remember that you are not some kind of superstar. Well, if you don't answer a few friends' texts or you don't check your notifications, well, nothing will happen. So I put on my do not disturb mode. I put my phone in other place, where I wouldn't touch it. And if you're someone that is every single day going to school and you still know that you will be using your phone, well, try to turn out the do not disturb mode and try not to check your phone. Just every time when you don't need your phone, put it in your bag, put it on your table somewhere around that you wouldn't touch it. So this is our first step. The first day, what we have to do is do not open our phone when we don't need it, and just don't replace it with anything. Just try to stay as boring as you are, just go from place to place, but don't pick up your phone. So we got the first day survived out of these 2 days, and what do we do on the second day? So if the first day is the hardest to survive, well, the second day is actually pretty easy. But there is one but. One day does not mean that we are consistent, because there is no previous experience and there is no previous proof to prove that you are capable of not doing it. It was just one day and you can slip back and get into the same bad habit. So that's why this method requires 2 days. There is a reason why there is a method to not skip 2 days in a row. So for our bad habits, there's also a reason to do that for 2 days in a row also. So by doing it for the second time, we actually plant a good belief in our mind. Because when we have 2 days of not scrolling, of not procrastinating, of not doing some bad habit, we build some foundation that we can now back up with. You can look up back and remember that I was capable. I did that for 2 days in a row, and there is some proof that I can stay consistent. And when you do this, and why I like to call that, it requires only 2 days to quit a bad habit, because when you do it, you try to think that it was always possible to do that. And now you have some kind of proof that you can do it, and now you have some foundation, so therefore from this point you need to continue. Well, you will slip back after these 2 days, and after I did not open my phone for 2 days, well, then I relapsed and scrolled again for a day, but that doesn't mean that you fuck up completely. That means that you reflect on it, you think about that, and you do it again. You repeat and repeat the same method to just not open your phone. And after you do this for enough time, so let's say you do 2 times of 2 days in a row of not scrolling, your mind reprograms itself, and whenever you try to open your phone, you remember this method and these words. I don't scroll. I tried for 2 days and I already proved to myself that I can not do this, and therefore you are less likely to get back into the same routine of scrolling. So look, I believe that before we get out into these other self-improvement topics of starting something new, starting new hobbies, becoming a content creator, the first thing that you need to fight with yourself is the scrolling. I believe that scrolling is the biggest part of our procrastination, and I think that before you deal with it, you cannot start anything else. Because then you are even more distracted, you feel even more anxious, and that was the same with me. I created content, I started filming videos, but every day I was still scrolling. So what that means? I took a lot of my time with scrolling, and that caused me to not put in that much of an effort to my videos, and on the side I was scrolling. So when you do some good habit on the side, some bad habit on the other side, combined, you have 0. It's neutral. You don't go to better place, you don't go to worse place, but you stay the same. And with all the improvement, where do we want to go? We want to go up. So that means we need more good things in a day than bad ones. But if we remove the bad thing once, we can do the same good thing and we are already in a plus. So that's what I want to wish for you, is to look back at your scrolling and view it as the biggest problem right now. Your biggest problem right now is not starting some content creation, it's not starting some business, but first of all, it's fixing that scrolling. Because the further and further we go, the more and more things you have, the more responsibilities you have, it will be just harder to quit because you will feel more anxious of not starting earlier. So remember, we have this easy 2-day method. If for the good habits, we have this quote to not miss 2 days in a row. So to quit the bad habits, we have the reverse rule. don't do bad habits for 2 days and you will fix it. So just 2 days. I believe that anyone around the world, and especially you, can definitely do that. I believe in you. I thought that it won't work. I thought that it seemed too easy, but that's the point. It works because it's very simple. And it just requires a little bit of willpower and willingness to just put the phone away. And I know that it will seem very, very motivating to take it, to answer every single notification that you get, but just go through the 2 days. It's that simple. And if you still get back to scrolling very, very easily after the 2 days, well then I think that you need to reflect more on yourself because you didn't do the challenge truly. So, I hope that this short video liked. I'm every single day practicing to speak more on camera. I'm trying to speak on the spot, to not repeat myself that much, to be fluent. So any help from you and the support from you actually helps. And I hope that you and I both learned something today from both of us. I'll see you in the next video, and if you want, you can join our community, top link in the description. See you.